Osa's film becomes a box office sensation. The Motion Picture News proclaims, "The most unusual pictures that have ever been taken, with plenty of humor brought in to relieve the danger elements." Martin and Osa begin touring, giving lectures and writing articles for books and magazines. But before long, their wanderlust returns, and they set off for Borneo, with instructions to return with footage of wildlife. According to the film distributors, this is what their audiences want to see. Borneo, 1920. After their initial expectations and enthusiasm, they are faced with reality. A dark, dense, damp jungle. They spent more time trying to avoid the animals than actually filming them.
Animals have only two lines of action with reference to the camera. They either run from it or at it. Neither is entirely satisfactory to the man behind the camera.
Martin is unable to capture the images he had hoped for. However, he develops a cinematic style which will become his trademark, filming the expedition itself, featuring Osa and her adventures in the jungle. A fragile beauty in the heart of the wild. Their new film, Jungle Adventures, is a triumph in New York. A masterpiece, claims the Morning Telegraph. The New York Times describes it as stupendous.
Since I returned, I have worked hard and thought of what Jack London had done. If he could get ahead of the crowd, why shouldn't I? I'm going to keep at it until someday I'm as big a man in my way as Jack London was in his.
Martin receives the ultimate honor and is invited to join the Explorers Club, alongside such notables as Theodore Roosevelt and Ernest Shackleton. There, he meets someone who is about to change the course of his life. Carl Akeley, the renowned scientist, explorer, and visionary, is the driving force behind New York's Museum of Natural History. His ambition is to create a great African hall before it's too late, before the great wild herds of Africa completely disappear. Carl Akeley has seen Martin's films and believes his work is unsurpassed. He recognizes in Martin a master of composition and lighting, blessed with physical strength and unlimited energy. He wants Martin to capture the images of Africa. Akeley meets with Martin and convinces him. The museum will finance the expedition. Revenues from the film will help finance the African Hall. The Johnsons set out on yet another great adventure. From Mombasa to Nairobi, this time to produce a scientific Pan-African documentary. Even Martin himself isn't certain that he can deliver what Akeley is expecting. The enormity of the challenge they face hits Martin and Osa as soon as they leave the train.